The wisdom of Hakim Luqman, a timeless legacy. The stories of Hakim Luqman are filled with wisdom, kindness, and lessons that have illuminated hearts for generations. In Baghdad, these tales have been passed down from one generation to the next, offering deep insights into life's complexities and human relationships. One day, an old woman, frail and sick, wandered into the marketplace of Baghdad, seeking help. She had no one to care for her, as her children lived far away. Seeing her distress, Hakim Luqman approached and asked, "Mother, why are you in such a state?" She narrated her sorrowful tale. Moved by her plight, Luqman took her into his home, provided her with treatment, and cared for her like his own mother. His kindness set an example for the people of Baghdad, inspiring them to show compassion toward the elderly and the helpless. One day, the king of Baghdad, intrigued by Luqman's wisdom, came to test him with 3 questions. The king asked, "What is the best thing in the world?" Luqman replied, "Knowledge, for it helps distinguish right from wrong and brings one closer to the Creator." The king then asked, "What is the worst thing?" Luqman answered, "Ignorance, for it blinds a person to truth and leads to destruction." Finally, the king asked, "If you were to lose something given by God, what should it be?" Luqman responded, "Wealth, for it is temporary, while wisdom and understanding are eternal." The king admired Luqman's intelligence and honored him. When Baghdad faced an impending attack, the king sought Luqman's counsel. Luqman devised a strategic plan, closing the city's main gates while leaving a few smaller ones open to lure the enemy into a trap. As the invaders entered, they were ambushed and defeated. The king, grateful for Luqman's wisdom, appointed him as his chief advisor. One day, a disrespectful young man mocked Luqman, saying, "If you are so wise, tell me how I can stop being rude." Luqman calmly replied, "Control your tongue and speak with humility, and your life will change." The young man followed this advice and, over time, transformed into a respected and kind individual. A wealthy merchant, full of arrogance, visited Luqman and boasted about his riches. He asked, "Doesn't my wealth make me great?" Luqman smiled and said, "True greatness comes from humility and serving others, not from wealth." Ashamed, the merchant began using his riches to help the needy. Another young man, consumed with envy toward his friend's success, sought Luqman's guidance. Luqman explained, "Envy is a fire that destroys the heart. Instead of resenting your friend's happiness, share in it, and you will find peace." The young man took his advice and freed himself from jealousy. A rich landowner once challenged Luqman's wisdom. Luqman asked, "What do you think is the most valuable thing in the world?" The man replied, "Wealth, because it can buy anything." Luqman smiled and said, "You already have wealth, yet you came to me for wisdom." Wealth without wisdom leads to ruin. Realizing his folly, the man admitted that true riches lay in knowledge. 3 quarreling friends came to Luqman for judgment. Instead of deciding for them, he shared a story. A man had 3 friends, one who always stood by him, one who helped when convenient, and one who only came in times of need. Which of them is the best friend? The 3 men agreed it was the first. Luqman then advised, "Be loyal and selfless in friendship, for true friendship is built on sincerity." Once, Luqman saw a starving donkey refusing to eat dry grass. Its owner accused it of being stubborn. Luqman observed and said, "It is not stubborn but wise, it knows the dry grass will harm its stomach." The owner, amazed by Luqman's understanding, gave the donkey fresh grass, which it ate happily. A man, betrayed by a friend, sought Luqman's advice. Luqman comforted him, saying, true loyalty is revealed in difficult times. Do not hold hatred in your heart. Instead, learn from this and seek true friends who stand by you. A greedy merchant once asked Luqman how to increase his wealth. Luqman advised, "Share what you have with the poor, and you will see blessings in your wealth." Skeptical at first, the merchant eventually followed his advice. To his surprise, his business flourished, and his riches multiplied. A poor man, struggling despite his good deeds, questioned why God had not rewarded him. Luqman reassured him, "God rewards every good deed, but sometimes, the reward is delayed as a test of patience. Continue doing good, and your reward will be great in the hereafter." As Luqman grew old, a student asked him for one final piece of wisdom. Luqman said, "Truth, humility, and love are the most important virtues. Never oppress anyone, always uphold justice, and keep your heart close to God. This life is temporary, but good deeds will be rewarded in the next." Inspired by Luqman's wisdom, the student vowed to live by his teachings. If you enjoyed this story, like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring tales.